Alfred Daniel King was a younger brother of Martin Luther King Jr. They were only about 18 months apart, Irish twins. Now, in contrast to Dr. King's peaceful route, Alfred was a tough guy around the neighborhood. Alfred was known for throwing them hands, and Alfred didn't have the same, academic, love for the books that his older brother and older sister had. Taking a little bit of a different route. He became a teenage father. He did wind up marrying her. They had 5 kids together. And Alfred really didn't want to go into the ministry, didn't want to follow in their father's footsteps. People don't realize how, magnanimous of a presence that Martin Luther King Sr. had. You could almost compare him to like a T.D. Jakes of their time, right? So eventually, though, Alfred was a supporter of his father in the ministry at Ebenezer. And later in life, he did wind up graduating from Morehouse at about the age of 30. Now, Alfred and Martin was like this. They was click tight. Alfred was at Selma. Alfred was a part of the Poor People's Campaign. For the most part, if MLK was there, Baby Bro was there too. He just shunned the spotlight. Alfred King, A.D. King is really in the Play Your Position Hall of Fame. It doesn't get no better than this. A guy who really just was about the work. Had his own. He was preaching in Birmingham and leading the Birmingham movement himself when his house was bombed. And when his house was bombed, there was such a vicious response from the residents that riots and everything were incited and things were going on. And Alfred himself stood on top of a cop car. AD said, "If you're going to kill anybody, kill me," aligning himself with his brother's nonviolent position when it came to protesting. He supported and shared in his brother's philosophy. He was arrested with his brother at the kitchen sit-in. He was at the Lorraine Motel when his brother was assassinated. He was in a room right below, and ultimately this assassination really is what many believe kind of sunk him into alcoholism and depression. However, after King's assassination, when people assumed that Alfred should, resume the presidency of the Southern Christian Leadership Council, he did not, because Alfred wasn't about the spotlight. AD was about the work. AD was about the work. AD was played, had a starring role. He was a star in his role, and he stayed in his role. He stayed in his lane. Winded up, though, closing his life, preaching at Ebenezer Baptist. And, Dr. King lost his life at 39 years old. And about 9 days before turning 39, Alfred King lost his life in a swimming accident. They said he drowned in his pool, even though he was known to be a great